Hey y'all, quick lunch prep. Hey y'all, real quick lunch prep today. It is Taco Tuesday, but I got a taste for spaghetti, and I'm also frying me a small pork chop. Staying true to fashion here. Got started just a little while ago, so don't have a ton of time to work with. But we're gonna work with the time we got. Won't nobody say she holding the pork chop over the spaghetti water. Gonna put our little trash bag on the door there. Hope everybody's doing all right. And so I won't have so much to eat. I'm trying to cook in small proportions today. I don't really know how to do that, but we're gonna make it happen. So we're gonna use up the rest of this regular spaghetti. I'm making spaghetti and a pork chop. So that was all we had left of that. And then typically I make my spaghetti in one pot and I brown the meat in one pot and then use a separate pot for the sauce. But because I'm making a small proportion, I'm just going to use one pan. I always use Jennie-O ground turkey for my ground turkey meat. I don't like the 93% lean, 7% fat, although that's what I should be eating. I use 85% lean, 15% fat. So we're going to put that in there. How y'all doing? Let me know where y'all are joining from. It's been a minute since I've been on live cooking lunch. And the day I picked to come back and cook would be a Tuesday when I have a meeting at the top of the hour. My mind just works like that. So I don't have long. So I can't stay on super long, but I am going to make this really quick. So I've browned the meat already. I think I'm gonna turn this off. I think I'm gonna leave it on low. me rinse the bell pepper. And dry it off. Hey, hey. We got some spaghetti meat, and then we have some spaghetti noodles, and I'm getting ready to cut up the vegetables for the sauce. And then we have pork chops that I'm getting ready to season really quickly and let sit for probably about, they're probably not going to be able to sit any more than maybe about 10 minutes with the seasoning on it. I always use Lowry as my like seasoned base. So just put a little bit on that. Don't have to be a ton. I know we like a lot, but I do come in with some other seasonings as well. How quickly I remind change. Let me know if this live is going in and out, or if you can, if you can see it. Because the last time I was live, they told me it was going in and out. So then I'm using this garlic and onion, black pepper, and sea salt. And probably a little bit of onion powder. And that's going to be it on the front. So a little bit of onion powder. And then we're going to season the back the same way. I'm going to turn it with the tongs since I'm going to put my hand on some vegetables in a minute. So, sometimes I'll just turn it over and coat it too. And then we season the back with the same thing. So I'm just going to put this on the paper towel. So with Lowry's, hey, 3 of y'all, please thumbs up the live. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. That, and then a little bit of that. And then some onion powder. And then I'm going to just put some accent on both sides. I had some accent. I don't use salt for my pork chops, because if you use Lowry's already, that's enough salt. So that's on that side. Oh my God, I remember you. Hey Mario, how are you? What do you remember about me? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm going to assume you mean from off of YouTube, because the only person on this live stream I know in person is Good Vibes. So a little bit of accent. And then we're just going to cover this with a paper towel and sit it in the fridge. And we're going to use the good tongs for our spaghetti. Excuse me. Excuse me. I remember the last time I saw you, you made tacos. But I did. And Good Vibes asked me today if it were Taco Tuesday. And it is, but I got a taste for spaghetti for lunch now. I might come back and do tacos for dinner, not sure. But this is thin spaghetti as opposed to the regular spaghetti. So this one cooks really fast. I'm going to take this off because I don't want it to dry out. Go ahead and put some sauce in it. I gotta grab the sauce. That's not the sauce I want. All right, so this is my go-to sauce here. I'm also making pasta right now. Bless you. Yes. What kind of pasta are you making, Mario? Flavored with meat. This is my go-to. And then I'm going to just mix a little bit of that, maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in because I don't want the meat to dry out, but typically I get my veggies in first. Like I said, I'm making this spaghetti a different way. I am making it all in one pot this time for the sake of time and because I'm the only one that's gonna be eating that. Okay. Tedious over here. We got a knife. I'm making something with zucchini. I have zucchini in the fridge. I am just going to dice this up. Take the seeds out of it. I don't know, to be honest, I'm making it with pesto for my fam, but I don't like that pesto I'm making. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to take this spaghetti off in a second because I don't want it to get too soft and soggy. But yeah, I like, you know, cooking and chatting. I know y'all can't see me chopping these bell peppers, but you gotta trust me on this one. I am pressed for time, but you'll see it come together when it goes into the pot. Like I said, I cook with turkey meat. I don't like my spaghetti with ground beef. Well, I'm gonna say I don't like cooking it with ground beef. I mean, if somebody fixes spaghetti and invites me over, I'm not gonna be like, is this ground beef? I don't want it. No. I mean, and if you do, that's your prerogative, but I just like the taste of turkey spaghetti a little bit better. Same with tacos. And I do, I said earlier on another live stream I was on that I might even make spaghetti tacos. So who knows? You might come back later and see some of this spaghetti in one of my taco shells. The spicy ones that I like. Might see it in that. So send me a plate through the mail. Girl, the next time I make my way to Alabama, I will definitely make some tacos or some spaghetti. Cook a meal for y'all. Have my goddaughter in the kitchen with me helping. I'm going to go ahead and put that back because we're not using that. So I don't want it to sit out. Here are the peppers. So they are ready. I'm going to turn the stove up just a little bit. Her seasoning be on point. I love bell pepper raw, but somehow it bothers me cooked. I love bell pepper raw too. I actually, I posted on here not too long ago. Now that's just a little too big for the spaghetti. Me having bell pepper as a nighttime snack. It was so funny because I was eating it with blue cheese salad dressing, I believe. So we got the bell pepper in over there. I mean, it tastes the same to me. Onion that was in the fridge. I'll just go ahead and say I didn't cut this like this. Someone else in my household cut the onion like that. So if that's how they like it, go for it. I like green bell peppers the most. I will eat orange and red and yellow, especially if I'm making fajitas. I go ahead and use those, particularly for the color. They don't taste bad, but if I had my choice of bell pepper to eat just for a snack, it would definitely be green. And I'm not nearly taking as much time chopping these as I would. Because like I said, I'm the only one eating this spaghetti, and I do have a meeting started shortly. I love the red the most and the green less. Both cooked and raw? Or just, it doesn't matter? dropped a little piece of onion on the floor. I had to get that because I have a cat in here and onion is toxic to cats. So I don't want my little buddy rolling out of here because of something I did. All right, here are the red onions, or I saw something recently where people were actually debating the color of these onions. Are they red or are they purple? I call them red onions because that's what they call in the store. It really doesn't matter to me if we think they are purple or red. Well, that's not nearly enough sauce. Cook probably green more, but red only raw. Okay. You got some preferences over there, which is perfectly fine. And then I'm going to just go in with some of the Italian sausage and garlic. In Germany, we have bell pepper flavored chips, and they're good. I don't know if y'all have that. I don't think so. I don't think I've seen bell pepper flavored chips. Let me get this spaghetti out of here. Give me 1 second. We're gonna strain it. Just a little bit. Some of it got away from me in the sink because I'm rushing, but it's all good. Yeah, I don't know of a bell pepper flavored chip here. I would wonder what that would taste like. I'm sure it would be interesting. Oh, you have them, Rosie? We got them here? Where? Tell me, please, girl. Where can I find the bell pepper chips? So for my sauce, I use a little bit of salt. I know we use salt for everything, yes. Onion powder. Quite a bit of that. And then this McCormick's Italian seasoning. Quite a bit of that. And then this is what I like to call, a little bit of pepper. How could I forget that? As much as we love pepper. And I'm going to cover this so it starts to simmer. This Pizza Magic is the secret sauce for my spaghetti. It's by Chef Paul Proudhome. That just gives it a really good taste to me. So I feel like I have enough veggies in there. So I'm going to put the lid on it and let it simmer. And then we gonna move this because we need to fry up our little thin pork chop. So that's what we're getting ready to do now. Ooh, I almost had a heart attack because I didn't see any oil. But we're gonna use pure Crisco pure vegetable oil. And once the pot dries, Once the pot dries, we're gonna put our oil in. Turn that down. My stuff tastes like water. Uh-oh. Does that mean you didn't season it well enough? That's terrible. Sorry about that. What do you use to season? Oh, you bought yours at Family Dollar, Rosa? Okay. Mario, what do you use to season your food? Not it tastes like water. That's unfortunate. I added too much water. Just let it boil down. Let it cook down some. Or take some of the sauce out. Take some of the sauce out. Now, I put this in the refrigerator for my son, right? But I'm getting ready to drink it, which means I'm going to have to remember to put another one in for him. Yes. Yes, I do tap my hand in the pot to see if I feel like I could use a little more sauce to see if the pot is hot enough for the grease yet. I added more sauce, but because I'm gonna put the noodles in this pot, I'm just gonna wait to add the noodles before I re-season, because I don't want to over-season, which will be the opposite of what Mario has done, which is under-season. All right, so I'm gonna turn this up a bit. Go ahead and get a little bit of seasoning. When you're frying a pork chop, you don't need a whole lot of grease. These ain't gonna be deep fried, and they thin enough that you don't need a whole lot of grease. So I coat my pork chops with flour. I don't know if people use cornmeal or not for pork chops. I know sometimes they use it for fish, but I use flour. So I'm gonna go grab that and the pork chops that, remember when I stuck them pork chops in the fridge about 15 minutes ago? So the grocery bag is my trash bag for right now, because I don't like lifting up the trash can or putting my hand over the trash really once I started cooking. Got my flour and my chops. I'm just gonna do one for the sake of time and because it's just me eating right now. Yes, I use paper plates for a lot of stuff. I need to get better with that. I know. I told my son that I was making them pork chops for dinner, and he about had a fit. I said, what? Yeah, I'm not a fan of washing a whole bunch of dishes, so I'd much rather put it in a paper plate and move on with my life. I know it's not the best. I burn my tongue. It's way too watery. Sorry. Might want to see if you can salvage it. All right, here's my thin chop. And I'm just gonna roll it. If it were thick, you know what? I probably still might do it because I got 4 minutes until my meeting. But I think I'm gonna log on a little late because I'm going to eat. Excuse me. If it were thicker, I'd take a fork and kind of dip it in to like let it cook a little bit faster, but it's not gonna take long to cook anyway like this. So I'm just gonna leave it. Always sprinkle a little flour to see if it's hot enough. And turn it up just a bit. So I think if you burnt your tongue, you need water and not flour, right? At least that's what I would think. Okay, I hear this sizzling a little bit, or not sizzling, but simmering. So I'm gonna mix it, and then I'm just gonna take I think this might be too much sauce for the noodles actually. So maybe we will go to a plan B. So I have another little pot. Or somebody said my little green pot set. And I'm just gonna take some noodles. My daughter's eating spaghetti tonight, but she doesn't eat this sauce. So I'm gonna leave her some noodles. So I got that much in the pot, in the pot. And then I'm going to swap pots here. And we're gonna pour a little bit of sauce. Just wipe the side of the pot so there's not a whole lot of sauce falling and flapping all over the place. And then I'm just gonna kind of mix it together. So I can show you it slowly coming together. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my pork chop in this grease. Looks like it's ready. And it's down. We'll turn it up just a bit. As that simmers, it's simmering. I don't want to move the light because if I do, move the phone because I don't want my light source to fall. I'll add just a little bit more. Maybe I could have left it in that pan. Okay, I'm gonna just put it back, y'all, because it looks like I got enough. So I mismeasured, but it's all good. Works out anyway. I added too much, burn my tongue. It's too watery. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, we are just gonna mix. That looks really good to me. looks like it could go in a taco too for Taco Tuesday. So hey, I might be doing a little bit of experimenting. I changed my mind. So I'm just going to have to make her some more noodles. Thank you. So now you've seen it come from beginning to end. And I'm going to taste just a little bit to see if I need to season some more, but I'm going to turn this up. Got some taco cheese I'm going to add. And then I like a little bit of spice, so I'm going to add some habanero cheddar just into my bowl, so into what I eat. Going to taste this, because remember I added extra sauce and the noodles and I didn't re-season. I've only seasoned one time. Typically I season my pots twice. So I did the one seasoning, and sometimes it's enough, but we're going to see if it was enough today. It's good. It needs something though. So we're going to go back in with some Italian seasoning. Ooh. And the pizza and pasta magic. And then, give me a second. And then maybe a little bit of onion powder. And then the habanero cheese will give it the additional kick that it needs. All right, so we're gonna get a good mix on all of that. Look at the cheese starting to melt already. Yes, yes, and yes. So I'm gonna turn this down really low. And toss this. Remember, that's my trash bag. Put the lid on some of these seasonings so I can put them up. I'm ready to plate it and I'm ready to eat it. Got a whole little seasoning stack over here. I had to season so much. Well, that's because there was so much water. Here's hoping. Well, at least you rescued it, right? I think that's the good thing is you rescued the meal. That's the good part. All right. set those over there so that I could combine the two sauces and not have to use water. And now, for the very last piece, looking for my cheese grater. My cheese grater has somehow disappeared. That's odd. We'll find it though. Yes, for the sake of time, I'm turning my pork chop with my spaghetti spatula. Go ahead and take that off. We're holding it down so that it cooks on the other side as well. Turn it down just a little bit, because once the grease gets hot, you can turn it down. All right, and because I can't find my cheese grater, I'm just going to cut a few small blocks of this. And then put it in the microwave. If there's something that y'all want to see me cook, I'm not a master chef by any means, but if there's something that you think you want to see me cook, let me know, and I will do my best to do so. Be sure to give me a follow if you like this video, and then I can schedule some lives to cook some stuff here and there, maybe one day a week or so. I think I can commit to one day a week. All right, we get ready to pull this out because I don't want it to burn, and it was super thin, so I'm sure it's done in the center. Voila. Turn that off. These go to the sink. And scoop that back a bit. And then we're going to cut a few slices of cheese, and we'll use this same plate to eat on. Now they have to be super thin. This cheese is pretty spicy, so I'll hold it up for you so you can see, like, see the peppers and stuff in it. It's really spicy. Usually I shred it with my cheese grater and put it on my food, but can't find the cheese grater, so we doing what we gotta do. Make sure the stove is off, yes. And then we're going to plate our spaghetti. Now I might stick this in the microwave so my cheese can melt on top since it's in strips. This is Hey Hazel. I made my lunch and getting ready to roll out in a second, but this is what the cheese looks like. I'm a few minutes late for a meeting, but it's worth it because I needed to get this made. All right, we are going to, it's got cheese in it, so, and then I want a spicy cheese on top. Not gonna make it too big because I do want to be able to function the rest of the day. I think that's enough. If I need to come down and get seconds, I will. Ooh, I sure did just drop it. So that's what it looks like. We are going to put just a couple of pieces on top to mix in. Thank you, Hazel. I will come back once my meeting is over to clean the rest of the stove. Let's hope it doesn't splatter because I didn't cover it. All right, I did a quick cleanup. I gotta run, so gonna put the lid on this, leave it in the center. The eyes of the stove are off, so here's the spaghetti with the habanero cheese on top. I'll mix it in once I get upstairs. We are going to go ahead and add our pork chop. So now spaghetti and a pork chop, and grab some hot sauce. If you're just coming through, please go back, catch the replay. We had a little bit of good conversation. But for the most part, let me know if there's anything you want to see me cook. Let me know in the comments. I will make this a public live right after I get off. So all my food is done. Yours looks way better. Thank you so much. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Till next time. All right. Have an amazing day. Toodles.